service, and honor shall be given to the deserving. A count of government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the effort of those who struggle to make it, inspire and strengthen our people that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen. The nomination by the communication from the President before us today, Honorable Kwame Governs Agboja as Minister Designate for Roads and Transports, Roads and Highways. Thereafter, we shall have Honorable Haruna Idrisu, Minister Designate for Education, and Honorable Eriko Poku, Minister Designate for Food and Agriculture. Honorable members, we've agreed to start the day with Honorable Governs Kwame. May you invite him to take the seat. Clerk of the committee, may you proceed to conduct the swearing in for the nominee.
I hereby.
Honorable nominee, your microphone, please.
I, Governor Kwame Agboja,
Swear by the Almighty God.
swear by the Almighty God
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
Touching the matter in issue.
touching the matter in issue
Shall be the truth.
shall be the truth,
The whole truth.
the true whole truth,
And nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Honorable members, may I find out from my ranking member whether he has opening remark.
Chairman, rightly so. I have some opening remarks to make on behalf of and also to say that we have noticed from the communication coming from the presidency that time the letter was duly signed by Mr. President himself. Suffice to state that there is no cabinet yet. So we want to draw the attention of Mr. President that in his letter, since there is no cabinet, he couldn't have copied secretary to cabinet. And we noticed from the letter that he's copied the Vice President, Jubilee House, the Chief of Staff, Jubilee House, and also the secretary to cabinet. There is none. Having said that, Chair, we also would want to express a view on some 3 important national issues.
Honorable ranking, I recognize point of order.
The Constitution makes provision for a cabinet, and then it makes provision for appointing ministers to fill the cabinet. So the cabinet exists as an institution and has its secretary as ministers are being appointed to that cabinet. So you cannot say that because the cabinet, which is made up of the ministers, is not yet fully constituted, that there is no secretariat, that there is no secretary to cabinet. I've worked at the office of the president before, and I know that there's an office there that is the cabinet's office that will usually have a secretary. And for records purposes, documents have to be copied them so that they keep the records. So please, this level of trying to belittle everybody and create an impression that people don't know what they are about must stop. And secondly, I see that you're about to read a copious press conference. And I have an objection to that, pursuant to Order 2671 and 2.
Honorable Ayarga, your first point is well taken.
Yes.
We cannot preempt what he will say in his remaining remarks that he will have to do. So I agree with you that cabinet exists as an office, so in the Constitution, and whatever letter that you are writing, at least you should make provision for a copy to be given to that particular office. So, Honorable Ranking Member, may you proceed
Chairman,
with your...
Chairman, I had
Are
my
you
hands.
on
Yes,
a point of order?
Yes, please. On what Honorable Ayariga said.
What is your point of order?
Yes, let me refer to my colleague to Article 76 of the Constitution on the establishment of a cabinet. It says that there shall be a cabinet which shall consist of the president and vice president and not less than 10 and not more than 19 ministers of state. 2, the cabinet shall assist the president in the determination of general policy of the government. 3, talks about there shall be a secretary to the cabinet who shall be appointed by the president. As we speak, all appointments duly made by the president has been communicated to the country. We don't know of any appointed secretary to the cabinet as envisaged under the Constitution. So if a letter is written to the Speaker and copied to the Secretary to the Cabinet, who is unknown, so it's right for the leader, minority leader, to have raised that. We don't have a Secretary to the Cabinet duly appointed in accordance with the Constitution. We don't have to. We know there's a Secretariat, but who is the Secretary to the Cabinet? Who was copied? So let's agree and move. We are talking about the Secretary to the Cabinet who was copied in the
Honorable members, I think from the discussion, the Constitution is very clear that there shall be a cabinet, there shall be a secretary. And if cabinet exists and a letter is written, copied cabinet, I do not see anything wrong if such a letter is copied to that particular institution. I think it is in line with our normal practice that a copy of the letter. So, honorable members, can we make progress? Is it on the same issue? No, honorable Whip, I do not think we should spend so much time on this issue. I am minded to give the floor to the ranking member to proceed.
Too much time.
Just
an observation.
Honorable Chief Whip. Honorable Chief Whip.
Speaker,
I am minded. No, I am minded to give the floor to your leader
yes, my
to
leader
proceed
will speak,
with
but I have
his
an
comments.
observation to make, pursuant to what the Honorable Mama Ayariga said.
Honorable Chief Whip, I am minded to give the floor
are you
to minority leader
no.
to
Speaker, are you
proceed.
saying you allow me to speak? Is that it?
You will speak later.
No, I want to speak now. I insist I
Minority
speak now.
leader,
no,
proceed.
It's important I speak. It's important. It's important. Yeah, so you should listen to me. But you should listen
No,
to me
but
first. No, you raise a matter which is not right.
Mr. Chair.
Speaker, we cannot begin on this note. He made a point. If you
Chairman.
just tolerate me just a minute, leader. He made a point that
Honourable members, can we make progress?
the minority leader. No, I insist. I need to say this. He made a point.
Honourable
that the
members,
minority
can we
leader
make
is seeking
progress?
to belittle. No.
Honourable minority leader, you have the floor.
Respect us. We are members of this committee. Respect us. Respect my opinion. Listen to me. What? No, what is that? Why? I respect the chair.
Honourable
I
members,
do respect the chair.
Honourable
But the
members,
chair should also respect
I
us.
intend to manage the proceedings today. Having taken a point of order,
Yeah, so
I have
trying to get
given
attention.
the opportunity to my left side to also come in. And after that, I do not want us to engage in a banter on a preliminary issue. That is why I pleaded with you
Speaker,
that let's give the floor
Yes, we
to
will.
the minority leader
I will.
to proceed.
I concede.
Because
going forward,
taking
it's
you,
important
I'll have to
that you
take
listen
some
us.
from here, which would
you-
involve,
you
you
listen.
understand? So,
Speaker, no, please. Why? If for nothing at all, at least we
Chairman,
listen to leaders.
Chairman.
When we meet, we listen to
Mr.
leaders.
Chairman,
Just a small point.
no, let us try and tolerate each other here.
No,
What is all this?
if you had allowed me, just a minute.
Yes, we would
No,
have
but
gone
you were
forward.
allowed. You should
Mr.
be
Chair,
allowed. I should not be allowed.
honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. I do not think we should be debating point of order. A point of order has been raised, and I've created the opportunity to my left side for a response. And once a response has been given to the point of order, we should proceed. So, honorable minority leader, you have the floor.
Speaker, is it the case that you won't listen to me? If it's the case that you won't listen to me, that's fine. I'll give it to you.
Mr. Speaker,
But my
Mr.
colleague,
Speaker,
my senior colleague,
I think he
Honorable
doesn't
Ayariga,
have the floor.
used the word.
He's been disciplined. He's been
Attributed it to
disruptive
the
and indisciplined.
Respected
Look,
minority leader.
Look, we
That
need
this
Mr. Speaker,
attempt
Mr.
at
Chairman,
seeking to belittle.
we need
that
to
word should be
understand that
withdrawn.
this is an extension
No,
of
he shouldn't be
Parliament.
allowed to be using those words on the
This
minority
is an
leader.
extension of
It's most
Parliament.
unfair.
He
It's
ought
not
to
fair.
understand that. He's been a member of this
Speaker,
Parliament
it's
for
not
4
fair.
terms. He was out of. You didn't give him the floor yet.
Do not have the floor.
He doesn't have the floor either.
You see, the minority leader has the floor. So please, Honorable Chief Whip, just give the minority leader the opportunity to this thing.
Speaker, you know, in this house, I respect you a lot. If it is a case that you are insisting that I shouldn't speak, I should defer to my leader, fine. The point I really wanted to make, a word used by Honorable Ayariga,
Honorable Chief Whip.
saying that the
Honorable-
respected leader
honorable-
is seeking to
honorable
belittle.
Chief Whip.
He used that word. It should not be
Honorable
entertained.
Chief Whip.
No.
Honorable Chief Whip.
Well,
The floor
Speaker, you can
is
have your way.
given
You can have
to
your way.
the minority leader on whose behalf you want to speak. And I believe he will deal with the issue. That is why I'm pleading with you that let's give the floor to the minority leader. Yes.
Honorable Chair, I think we on this committee, we try to respect each and everybody's view. There's something that we need to observe here. Let's try as much as possible to be tolerant to what we have been tolerant over the years. But why is it that this time around you want to gag and you don't want us to say what we have to say? Oh, no, please. Why, if you are not giving opportunity for people to express themselves, this is the floor of Parliament.
Honorable Deputy Leader, with all due respect, I am to manage today. A point of order is not supposed to be debated. So a point of order has been raised, and I have given an opportunity. Are we going to debate the point of order? It is on that basis that I was with a view that once we have taken a response to the point of order, the member speaking should be given the opportunity to continue.
Mr. Chair, if there's a serious concern, obviously you should allow it to be expressed there. You should listen to each other. Please.
Speaker, listen to me.
Honorable Minority Leader, you may please proceed.
So, Chairman, as was earlier observed, I need to reiterate on behalf of the Minority Caucus to the earlier communication from the presidency. The right thing has been done. This time around, Mr. President himself has signed the letter, which letter is dated the 16th of January 2025, signed by himself with his full name. However, we are concerned about some other matters contained in the letter, one of which is the fact that this letter has been copied to the Secretary to Cabinet Office, Jubilee House, Accra. In view of Article 76, 77 of the Constitution, which I hereby, with your leave, proceed to read. 76(1), quote, "There shall be a cabinet which shall consist of the President, the Vice President, and not less than 10, and not more than 9, shall assist the President in the general policy of the government." 76(3), "There shall be a Secretary to the Cabinet who shall be appointed by the President." Mr. Chairman, in our view as minority, there must first be a cabinet. Here we are, we've only present acting with government. Chairman, second observation that has to do with a matter of national importance. And this matter is rooted in the case of Theophilus Donko versus the Attorney General.
Mr. Chairman.
This 2019.
Point of order. Point
and
of order.
it was a matter that my respected colleague Godwin Eduji Tamaklu did at the Supreme Court. The background to this matter.
Mr. Point of order.
The background
point
to
of
this
order,
matter.
Mr. Chairman. Point of order.
It's as a result of.
Point of order.
The certain chief executives who were appointed by the government, and for that matter, they were under Article 191 and 195, ought not to be sacked by mere operation of a change of government. This is what
Chairman, I have a point of
the
order.
court
I have a point of order.
said. Okay, sure. All right. Chairman, if you want to
I
take a point of
recognize Honorable Yarga on a point of order.
Mr. Chairman, the standing orders of the Republic of Ghana makes provision for the establishment of committees, subcommittees, ad hoc committees, and etc. And then it provides for the scope of deliberation of committees, scope of deliberation of committees. Everybody open your standing orders. Look at order 267. Everybody, please. I don't want us to sound like we're just being difficult. Open your standing orders. Let's read together. Order 267. 1 of 267 says that in the exercise of the oversight function of a committee, the committee may consider a matter within its mandate. A matter within its mandate. Number 1. Number 2, 2672 says that where the speaker refers a matter to a committee, the deliberations of that committee shall be confined to that matter. Shall be confined to that matter. The speaker has referred to us the nomination of Honorable Abuja for the post of Minister for Roads, and he is before us for vetting. Our mandate is to stick to the nomination, questioning him, and etc. What has that got to do with a case that Eduji has initiated? Are you getting the point? And that relates to the appointment of chief executives. Are we considering the nomination of chief executive before this committee? Are we processing any chief executive before this committee? So how does the issue of how chief executives are dismissed, how they are appointed, the proper subject of this committee's deliberation this morning? You see, we cannot, every morning that we come here, turn this platform into a press conference. Let's keep to our mandate. We are here to consider the nomination of 3 nominees that are before us. Let's stick to that. National issues, so what is not a national issue? Whether there's a toilet in my village, it's a national issue. Whether there's water flowing in my hometown, it's a national issue. Because everybody can decide what he defines as a national issue. But we're not saying that it is not even a national issue. We're saying that it is not a matter properly before us as a committee. And we are not mandated as a committee to consider it. Please, you are a senior lawyer. You are a senior lawyer. Read these standing orders. They are very clear.
Honorable members, a point of order has been raised. I am minded to take a response from my left side. So, Honorable Chief Whip.
Chairman, thank you for tolerating me. And I listened to our colleague, our senior colleague, Nwabo Ayariga, when he copiously referenced the orders. And, Speaker, if we want to proceed on that tangent, if you are going by Order 217, I mean, in this strict sense, no, I'm referring to 217. If you are going by the strict interpretation of the orders, we don't even have our mandate to be vetting our honorable nominee. It's unfortunate this is happening whilst the nominee is here, because 217, there is inherent subject matter committee. And these committees have not been constituted yet. So if you are doing a strict interpretation of the rules, then we are not even qualified to be here. Speaker, Chairman, what the leader said is wrong. The deputy, the leader, the minority leader is seeking to raise a national issue. And it will not lie in your mouth to gag him. Earlier on, would you listen to me? Mr. Chairman, earlier on he used the word that the leader he comes here every morning seeking to belittle and also use this as a platform to make all sort of commentaries. We think it's most unfair. He should be tolerant a bit. Speaker, the point I'm essentially making, would you listen to me? Would you listen to me?
Honorable members, order.
Chairman, so
Honorable
let's
members,
go.
order.
Yes.
Let there be order. Honorable members.
Speaker, it is interesting he's going by a strict interpretation of the rules.
Well,
then let's
Honorable
refer to
Chief Whip.
Order 217.
Honorable Chief Whip, hold it.
But I'm not done yet. I hope you come back to
yes,
me.
Honorable members, let me inform you that we have the presence of the Marshal here. I don't want the situation to get to that level, particularly the non-members of the committee. So let's observe some order.
Yeah, with respect, I'll just conclude. I'll just conclude on this matter. On the matter raised by our colleague, he should just be tolerant. And earlier on, they tried to preempt even words of place.
Well,
Speaker,
Honorable Chief, are you done?
I'm just concluding.
Okay.
So I'm
conclude.
saying that if we are going to go, mind you, we are masters of our own rules. If we are going to go by a strict interpretation of the orders, then let's refer to Order 217. Subject Matter Committee. No, it wasn't waived. It was not. So let's go by strict interpretation. Then this committee is not properly constituted. If we are going by a strict interpretation of the rules.
Look.
So, Speaker, our colleague is
In fact, you are
incoming.
not even supposed to be in
Our
Parliament.
colleague is incoming. He has not come yet.
Your seat
He's
is being
incoming. He
challenged.
should be tolerant and listen to the minority
Please
leader.
address the chair.
Mr. Chair, he's incoming. He hasn't come yet. He should tolerate the minority leader and listen to him. Allow the minority leader to raise all the relevant national issues.
Chief Whip,
Huh?
hold it.
Why?
Honorable Muntala.
Why?
Honorable Muntala Mohammed, I can hear you loud and clear. Wait for you to be given the floor.
Speaker, that will be all. That will be all.
Thank you very much. You see, honorable members, we all know, given the exigency of time, we rely on Order 3 to do certain things in the House. This morning, I have before me from the minority chief whip that Honorable Osei Nyako, Honorable Kofi Mafu are admitted as the subject matter committee members on roads and highways. Honorable members, let us not create the impression to the general public that we are not complying with Order 217. Order 217 has been complied with. Equally, I have the list of the members from the majority on the subject matter committee members. The impression is created in the general public that admitting these people, they are friends to the committee and they are not supposed to ask questions. Let us not give credence to that kind of misinterpretation. Subject matter committee members sitting here. I can move further on education. We have Honorable Dr. Educhum and Honorable Yo as the subject matter committee members. Now, on Agric, we have Honorable Brian Achampong and Honorable Dr. Isaac Yao Opoku. So clearly, we have the respective subject matter committee by the list that I have. So I find it very difficult to take the point that we do not have the subject matter committee members here. So
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
you don't have the floor, Honorable Brian Achampong. So on this note, what I intend doing is that if there is a point of order, I will give room for a response to the point of order. I do not expect a point of order being taken to the response or the clarification that I am making. So in my humble view, you are out of order. I want to give the floor to the minority leader to proceed, taking a cue from the objection raised.
Mr. Chairman,
He has not responded. So he should be given the opportunity to respond so that if there is a need to give a ruling, I'll proceed to give the ruling accordingly.
Thank you, Chairman. In responding to the objection by my respected colleague, Honorable Mahama Yariga. I shall first lay the foundation of the issue I was raising, and I shall catapult him into giving him a reasoned response, which response I believe, Mr. Chair, will lead to you dismissing his objection. Mr. Chair, the Supreme Court, speaking through His Lordship Cote,
Honorable Minority
Chairman.
Leader, Honorable Minority Leader, the entire House is expecting me to give a ruling on the point of order raised, having listened to both sides. So if you want something to add to the point of order being raised, you are entitled to do so. Else, let me deliver a ruling on the issue.
Chairman, with respect, against me. Cote, against me. Cote, paragraph 3.7, all the way to paragraph 4. I read, the Republic of Ghana is the sole majority or significant shareholder in a number of companies. These include GCB Limited.
Honorable Minority Leader, the point of order for consideration is that Order 267 is clear. When a matter is referred to a committee, the committee must confine itself to the matter before the committee. The issue that you are raising relating to a Supreme Court judgment, doesn't relate to the matter referred to the committee. So what the committee will have to consider is whether or not, having regard to the nominee before us, the issue that you are raising relates to that subject matter. Because the referrer is for us to vet the nominee. The issue you are raising has to do with the appointment of chief executives. So if you want to respond, honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, can you listen to the chair in silence? So your response
Speaker,
to the point of order should
Chairman,
take
you need
into
to allow the
consideration.
leader to speak.
Should take into consideration.
Chairman, you need
the
to
point
allow
of
the leader
order
to speak.
being
I'm in
raised.
total disagreement with you. Chairman, no. I'm not disrespecting him. I will not disrespect him. Allow the man to make his point.
Let him raise his
At least,
issue.
let him
It shouldn't
speak.
take 10 minutes.
Let him speak. Abba.
Honorable Another.
We were here, we observed.
You were not recognized by the chair.
I am not a first timer on this committee.
You were not
We
recognized by
observed what you did.
Honorable.
We observe what you did.
You were not-
We observe what Honorable Atufosi
Honorable
did.
Another.
The man wants to make his point.
You
These are
keep making
introductory
this
remarks.
point about
These are
tolerance.
just
You keep
introductory remarks.
making
You
this
can't tolerate
point
it.
about
You can't take
tolerance.
it.
This
Introductory
behavior
remarks, you
is
can't
not
take
being
it.
tolerant. You are not respecting the chair.
Kofi, have you been recognized?
Respect the chair.
Kofi, have you been recognized, Kofi?
Yes.
You know it. You know I respect the chair.
You have not been recognized, and you are equally interfering. It's not right.
Honorable members, as the chair of the committee, a point of order has been raised within the meaning of our own standing orders. I'm therefore calling for a response in line with the point being raised.
At paragraph 3.7, quote, the Republic of Ghana is a sole majority
Chairman,
or
have you ruled on the
significant
matter?
shareholder
Have you ruled on the matter?
in a number of companies.
Have you ruled?
Honorable
These
members,
include Ghana Airport Let me
Honorable members, it appears the ranking member is not taking the guidance provided. The guidance is to the effect that a point of order has been raised to a specific issue supported by our own standing orders. I am not aware of these particular standing orders being waived. I am looking for a response to the point of order. But if he insists on going on without responding specifically to that particular issue, honorable members, this is my ruling.
Chairman.
Chairman, you can't. We have comments to make.
Honorable Chairman.
You can't.
Honorable Chairman. No, Honorable Chairman. Honorable Chairman, with the greatest respect, I am as human as you are. The honorable member who raised the objection against me, as we are told, is going to be our new leader. He and I are going to work together. He knows, as a matter of fact. Nobody has communicated that to you that he's going to. Very well, then I'll withdraw that. Yes, that's okay, that's all right, no problem. With the greatest, that's okay, that's okay. That's all right, that's all right. No problem. Chairman, I was giving my opening remarks. He's raised an objection to an aspect of the submission contained in my opening remarks. I am responding to him. My response to his objection is as of right. The chair must listen in silence to my response and thereafter make a ruling. Indeed, in silence. The chair must listen to my response. Mr. Chair, there's something that is very clear. When Honorable Ayariga had the opportunity, we all went quiet. My side, not a single open his mouth, because we felt he was raising a point that would require us to respond. We kept quiet. It is our turn to speak. We should be allowed to make our point. I'm responding to his point of order, and I've said I shall rely on a Supreme Court ruling to lay the foundation and use that to catapult the actual response. And so I should be allowed. And I have quoted the law, and I'm relying on the paragraph. Let me finish reading. When I finish, yes, don't worry. Don't worry. So let me finish. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, I need to finish. I need to finish. So the Republic of Ghana is the sole majority or significant shareholder in a number of companies. These include the Ghana Airport Company Limited, GCB Bank Limited, Goyle Limited, State Housing Company Limited, and National Investment Bank Limited. These are not statutory boards or corporations. They are limited liability companies incorporated under the Companies Act. Some are listed on the stock exchange. Upon purposive interpretation,
I recognize
of
Honorable
Section 14
Amaboa
of Act
on
844.
a point of order.
Oh, when I'm responding to a point of order, Chairman, wait. Chairman, you are Chairman. Chairman, you are.
The
you
reason
are,
I raised
you are
this
a man
point of order,
procedure.
I take
I am
you to order
responding to-
267 of our standing orders. The deliberations this morning must be centered around our mandate. And our mandate this morning is to vet the Minister for Roads and Highways nominee, and all questions that is coming from the minority or the ranking member must be related to roads, relevant to roads and highways. And so, Chairman, I'm calling on you to rule respectfully, rule the ranking member that is completely out of order.
Well, I believe the issue being raised by the deputy majority leader is on point of relevance. I would urge the ranking member to take it into consideration in his response.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I continue. Some are listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Upon purposive interpretation of Section 14 of Act 845, we hold that members of the governing boards of these companies and chief executives are not affected by Section 14 of Act 845. Members of the boards and chief executives of such companies shall only be removed in accordance with the articles of incorporation of the company and the Companies Act 1963. Section 14 and
Majority
Section 14
Leader, are
and
you on
constitutional
point of order
governing bodies.
or point of information, or you want to interrupt? On point of order. Very well.
I'm responding to a point.
Your interruption is less accommodating.
Okay, no problem.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we have traveled this road before. This will not be the first time we will vet a nominee. This will not be the end. And Mr. Chairman, at all times, we are guided by our standing orders. Our standing orders on this matter is so clear. Mr. Chairman, the orders of this House is clear that any time a committee, a matter has been referred to a committee, the committee must concentrate and deal with the matter before the committee. The minority leader is bringing in matters that relate to appointment and dismissal of chief executives. It has nothing to do with the matter before us. Mr. Chairman, this cannot be tolerated. This cannot be tolerated. The majority leader, the minority leader can, at all times, address the media or use other tools available to him as the minority leader to address his concerns. But he cannot use this platform to address matters that are irrelevant to what is before us. What he's talking about, Mr. Chairman, is irrelevant to the matter before us. And so we cannot entertain it. Mr. Chairman, I urge you to rule him completely out of order. He is out of order. Please rule him out and let's deal with the matter before us.
Chairman, a reply.
Rule him out because what the matter before us has nothing to do with what he's asking, what he's reading. There are other tools he can use. Parliament will be sitting tomorrow. He can come in a form of a statement or whatever he wants to do. But as we sit here, we are here to vet the minister responsible for roads. The minister responsible for roads. Let's deal with the matter. The man has been sitting here for how long? For 1 hour, dealing with preliminary issues. This is not the platform, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, be strong and do your job.
Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, I will recognize you. Honorable members, Honorable Brian Achampong, with all due respect, you are not a subject matter committee member for the appointment committee in relation to roads and highways. Therefore, you do not have the right and you cannot be given the platform to speak. I am told by the list provided by the whip to the effect that you should be recognized as a subject matter committee member for Agric. And I'm certainly going to give you the floor when you get to the vetting of Agric. The composition of the appointment committee is by Standing Order 217. It is clear that the committee is made up of 11 members, and the committee should be assisted by leadership of the subject matter committee. So once the minister designate before us is for roads and highways, the list submitted to me by the minority side to be the subject matter committee leadership members is what I am going to go by. That is why I have not given the floor to Muntala Mohammed to speak. Thank you very much. So all the other members should take notes accordingly. Honorable Deputy Minority Leader.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm very happy that our honorable leader, the outgoing leader of the majority side, mentioned the fact that the issues that are being raised relates to appointment of chief executives and everything. Our committee's name is Appointments Committee. If there are issues, no, let me tell, it's not just whether ministers or not. What I believe that we need to be tolerant with each other. Let people, it's a preliminary issues that he's raising, and he should be given the chance. If there are some flaws in appointment, I think that one we should listen to. You cannot rule him out.
I recognize Honorable Roxanne Nelson Dafamako.
Chairman, thank you very much. Chairman, first of all, there's no rule of this House that demands that the ranking member to the appointment committee must necessarily and willingly deliver an opening remark. It is not binding at all times. So if the invitation is a courtesy, if he continues to abuse the courtesy, it has to be withdrawn. And he's aggressively abusing this courtesy in a very prolonged manner. So I suggest that that courtesy be withdrawn. So we deal with the matter at hand. If he gets his turn to ask questions, he could frame the issues he's raising in the form of a question directed at the nominee. If the nominee is minded, he will respond. If it's not, he may not answer. Look, in Boefio versus NTHC, where a procedure is provided for a thing to be done, it is that procedure that must be applied. He's using the wrong forum to deal with a matter that he thinks strongly about. He should go to court. This is not the forum convenience. With all due respect, Mr. Chairman.
Honor. Okay. Let me hear from the ranking member on roads and highways.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, well, this is my first time joining the committee for the vetting of the nominee. I don't want to think and I don't want to believe that this is exactly what happens when the committee meets to vet. I believe all of us are members of parliament, and at a point in time, we have to accommodate each other. I've seen the back and forth. We've been spending almost an hour going back and forth. I would suggest it's your ranking. He is deputizing you. Just give him, well, assist, whether, yes, he is assisting, whether he's deputizing or assisting him, that is the ranking.
It's a very important
He's a very important member of the committee. And I will plead with you, Mr. Chairman, if it is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we have been raising point of order back and forth on this matter. Just give him 5 minutes to wrap up and let us move on. Other than that,
well,
point of,
honorable members,
yes,
I have listened to all of you, and I'm inclined to say that it is trite learning. When a procedure is set down for a right to be exercised, it is that procedure alone that must be used in exercising the right. He mentioned the case of Boefio versus NTAC. I want to add the principles established in the case of Ashcam versus Karam. It is also true that when a matter is referred to the committee must limit itself to the referrer. The referrer to the appointment committee has nothing to do with the appointment of chief executives. I believe it is for a stated reason that the framers of the Constitution does not allow chief executives to be vetted by Parliament. It is for a stated reason that our standing orders do not allow vetting of the chief executives. So any issue relating to the appointment of chief executives, it is not a matter for consideration by the appointment committee. I would therefore urge upon the ranking member not to introduce any matter which is not within the ambit of the appointment committee. Let's limit ourselves to the referral by the Speaker of Parliament, and we can make progress. Any matter which is not within the ambit of the appointment committee is hereby ruled out of order.
Chairman.
Honorable Ranking and Minority Leader, please conclude.
Chairman. Chairman. I am happy that you have referred to some Supreme Court rulings, and my respected colleague Roxanne Defiamapo also referred to a Supreme Court decision in his submission. I will therefore rely on the same right to proceed in my response to the objection you gave by relying on the Supreme Court,
Honorable
ruling
Ranking.
that I was reading.
Honorable Ranking.
Chairman,
Honorable Ranking Member, I believed my ruling is loud and clear. So limit yourself to the mandate of the committee, please, with all due respect.
Paragraph 3.8. The Constitution establishes a number of governing bodies for public services.
Honorable Minority Leader,
These include
you
the
are
Judicial
again
Council.
out of order. Honorable Minority Leader, you are out of order. Honorable members, can we proceed?
Chairman.
Honorable members, can we proceed?
Chairman.
Honorable members, you cannot ask your members to on the mic.
Chairman.
Honorable members, let's proceed.
Chairman.
I would call on Honorable Mahama Shaibu to start his question.
Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Chairman, I have objections. Chairman,
Thank you very much,
Chairman, I object.
Honorable nominee.
Chairman, I object to the conduct.
Congratulations, honorable
so far.
nominee.
Honorable Chairman, we cannot go.
Honorable nominee.
We cannot go on.
Congratulations.
In this way.
One more time.
No. Don't do this too, Chairman. No, you can't do this. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen.
I've looked through your CV.
It's not going to happen.
The question
Chairman,
of competence
it's not going to happen.
is not in doubt.
I've accorded you every courtesy.
Honorable nominee.
We've accorded you every courtesy.
May you listen to me?
We've accorded you every
Honorable
courtesy.
nominee, the
Chairman.
former roads minister.
Chairman, we have
the Honorable
accorded
Amakwata
every courtesy.
was
Your
in this
approach-
very
Your approach is not what we had agreed on.
and he said that
Yes.
the NDC government had left behind 1.
Honorable